My name is Claude Ward. I started with BREDL after I was retired, was at the beach, enjoying myself at a campsite I had down there, and I picked up the paper and it says, Pender County invites Thermochem to Pender County. And I told her, I said, get your mess up, let's go back to Burgal. We don't have time to vacation now, we got to stop this. And we found Blue Ridge Environmental Defense League on the web and called Janet. She came down with a training session for the group, and we started fighting Thermochem. That was in 1991. And that's how I met Janet and Blue Ridge. We formed a chapter here, and we were very successful in fight against Thermochem. We had a group that spun off from the citizens of Pender. We were willing to go a little further than they were, and we took a group out in front of the county complex. Protesters surrounded the county complex and protested every day, and we had the news media there twice a day, morning and afternoons, until the commissioners decided, hey, this is enough. They were going to build a plant in there with an incinerator, and they were going to burn hazardous waste. The plans were to burn it there, and the waste that was left over after burning, they were going to have a landfill up on Pelham Road, which is in up the road here from the 421 site. And it belonged to a tree company. A lot of the property in that did, and they were going to buy property in there. And the governor had agreed to pave that road. Thermochem's gone. They never built the plant on 421. They never built the landfill up near Penderlee. And they decided they'd go up to Northampton County. And of course, we followed them up there where Sam and them were fighting Thermochem up there. Thermochem is now bankrupt. They're no longer in operation anywhere. The next thing we got involved in was the hog issue. They were spraying waste on people's, where they're having church services, they'd spray waste, and one church in particular had an outdoor pool for baptizing their people. And they had the waste blowing into the wind, blowing on them when they were trying to baptize them. This is how much respect they had for the people. And we brought other counties in, other groups in. When I had right at 2,500 protesters protesting the hog problems we had in North Carolina. And that don't look much like me now, but that's the way I looked at the time, wearing that hog suit. We got with legislatures and had laws passed that changed the way that they operated the hog industry.
And those are the hog producers that came to the
You
meeting.
see anybody looking happy there?
No, nobody's happy.
We hope not.
The one I mentioned at the church, they had to close because I had put so much pressure on them with the news media until they closed that operation. But the people that were baptizing, actually inside of the church, had turned hog waste brown, and it was sprinkled on the people that were being baptized because of the wind and how close they were to the church. This little fellow right here, Lou and I went to a paper mill, warehouser plant, and had Denise Lee with us. We were planning on doing some air quality samples. And we couldn't smell anything there, so we decided we'd postpone it. The little dog kept sneezing and fussing. We went back and took a sample. The dog was smarter than we were. We caught him. It took us almost 5 years to get the fines levied against this warehouser plant, all because of this little dog. he raised mortal sound about it. And I'm thankful for all the people that joined us in those fights to prevent those plants from coming in. You know, it got to the point like we could show up at a county commissioners meeting or city council meeting and walk in and they'd be looking at one another like, hey, what's he doing here? What have we done? But I could stop a lot of them at just walking in and voicing an opinion because we had developed a reputation. And Blue Ridge had a reputation of defeating plants that were polluting the air and water.
My name is Bonnie Ward. I am the wife of Claude Ward. I also have been in the environmental movement since 1991. But we have had some wonderful times, and BREDL has just been so good to us, and we appreciate BREDL, all they do and all they will do in the future.
Well, I enjoyed all the projects I worked on. I did not go into them with the idea that I was going to lose. I call it surrounding the project from all avenues and moving in. And in the end, you will win if it's God's will. You got to, in any work like this, to me, you have to bring God into it with you. Because who else has more knowledge than man? God created this heaven and earth and the people on it. And he knows what we should be doing. We're supposed to protect what he has created. And I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed working with the people.